Hi, hello, my name is Taya Gordon, and this is a video presentation for the RN program, NURS 4600, the Senior Capstone Project, and this is going to be a video presentation about my capstone project reflection. And here is my ID, so you can see that it is me. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get into my project. So, capstone reflection. Okay, the introduction for my project. So the topic that I chose for my BSN capstone project is trying to answer and shed light on this following question. What are the ethical considerations for nurses working with children with disabilities, and how can they include them in their own healthcare decision making? To better achieve patient involvement, I had implemented adaptive communication tools such as visual aids, like the one that I have listed here. There were a few others that I had used, a lot of pictures. This was very helpful with nonverbal or cognitively challenged children express their preferences and participate in decisions about their healthcare. I just wanted to make sure that their feelings were heard, and that we weren't just trying to go through it without at least acknowledging their preferences and trying to get them to participate in their decisions. I also had educated the children and their families about the importance of participating in healthcare decisions. This empowered them to take a more active role in their healthcare, encouraging active collaborations with families in the decision-making processes. It helps balance the child's autonomy with the family's insight and concerns, so it just fosters a more inclusive approach to care. Okay, so continuing on throughout my introduction. So there are many benefits to the organization that I work for, not only the organization, but other nurses that I work with, as well as especially the children and the families that I work with. But since this is that I work for a home health organization, nurses are the ones that are seeing the patients the most and interacting with them the most. So that's why I thought that it was really important for not only myself, but other nurses to expand their knowledge upon this topic. So here are just some of the benefits that I have listed below. So improved patient outcomes, empowerment and inclusion, enhancing nursing practices, so encourages nurses to develop new skills in communication and cultural competence, informed advocacy, policy and system change. So by discussing these barriers, healthcare organizations can be encouraged to invest resources and training to support more inclusive practices. Okay, and here is my introduction continued. So the mentor that I chose, her name was Christy. I chose her because she is very experienced, not only just in nursing in general, but especially in this field when it comes to pediatric home health. She's worked in this field for many years. She's also the director of nursing at my workplace and is currently working towards her master's degree in nursing healthcare leadership. So, with all of those qualifications, all that knowledge, everything that she could give me, I thought that she was going to be the perfect mentor for this project. And I really loved working with her. She was a great mentor. My goal with this project was to become a more educated and well versed nurse, especially when it comes to challenging ethical situations, as well as bring awareness and education to other nurses about my topic. Okay, on to the analysis of my project. So, my overall analysis of my project is that it went well. I'm happy with it, very happy with how the outcomes turned out. Although I did run into some issues when completing this project. So, a couple of the big ones that I ran into this issue was so since I work in home health, I don't really get to see my mentor or coworkers very often in person. So the majority of our communication when it comes to like questions and messages have been through text and email. But thankfully, my mentor has been great and fairly good at responding to me and answering all of my questions. So overall, she's been great to work with, and it wasn't too much of an issue. But I would prefer it more to be in person. But again, since it's home health, it's a little hard to see each other in person since we're off in different places. She's usually at the office, and then I'm off to different people's homes. Another issue that I did run into is unfortunately, I did have a death in my immediate family. So I took about a half or 1.5 to 2 weeks off to grieve. And that definitely did halt my progress for a little bit. And so I definitely had to adjust my timeline on when I was completing steps to get my project done on time, and then also how I was going to present the information as well. But overall, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Okay, the evaluation of my project. So overall, I believe my capstone project went very well, especially considering some of the challenges that I have mentioned in the slide beforehand. I had achieved all of the goals that I set in my learning plan at the beginning of this project, which is awesome. It's really great. And I believe that I am a more educated and more well-versed nurse, and I have adapted and am now implementing different communication styles that I've researched to improve meaningful cooperation with the children that I work with, and then also some of my coworkers, some of the other nurses that I work with that I've talked to about this, say that it has been helpful as well. So I'm really happy about that. And although it was intimidating to step into a leadership position with this project, I did find it very rewarding and it helped me be more confident in my own nursing practice, especially since I am actually fairly new to this job. I think it also shows that I am very passionate about these kids that I work with, and that I'm very passionate about the job itself and just continuing on to be and always become a better nurse. And finally, here is the conclusion of the reflection of my capstone project. So a brief summary of my project. I had researched ethical theories and principles, as well as reviewed case studies to analyze real life scenarios where these ethical situations may arise. I have promoted inclusion decision making, research, and practice of different communication methods. I have become more well versed in what it means to be an advocate for my patients, creating a framework of actionable strategies for the inclusion of children with disabilities in their healthcare decision making. And this can help other nursing students as a guide and creating a mindset of promoting autonomy and inclusivity within their own nursing practices. Thank you for listening.